Hi everyone, so in this video I'll show you how you can pass data between different route. So let's take a look at the example. So here is the example that we'll be building today. So so here is the home page, and I have created two routes, that is one is the profile, another is the login. So let's if we click on the navigate to login, I'll be redirect to the login page. You can see there is a route as /login. So if I go to the login page and I have option to enter email and password, if you enter anything and password you enter. Now if you click on login, so right now it's not working, but ideally it should be redirecting me to the profile page, and in that profile page I'll be getting access to the data that I just entered in the login page. So I should be redirect to the profile route, and in this case here I should be printing that username and password that we entered. So basically we are seeing basically you can see like we are passing data from this /login route to profile login route, like in this page, in profile login. So let's take a look at the code, how we can do that in the code. Okay, so now I am in my code editor, and to start I have created a React project using create React app, and inside that I have written some boilerplate code there. So in this case I'll be using React router DOM, and I have installed that. I have using React router DOM version 6, and so make sure that you are installing also the same version, because in this case we will be using two hooks which are known as useLocation and useNavigate, and these two hooks are introduced in React version 6. So make sure that you are using React version 6, React router version 6. Okay, so you can install that package. So after installing, first thing you have to do is that you have to configure the routes, so which I've already done. So first of all you have to import the browser router from the React router DOM package, and you have to wrap your entire application with that browser router. This is done because we want to use the React router DOM features within the application. So make sure that we are wrapping that entire application with this browser router. After that, the next step is go to the app.js file, and here you have to map the you have to map which component you want to render for which path. Okay, so I have three paths, that is that is a home component, this is for /login, that is for login component, and /profile for profile component. So I have created three components, and I have mapped them to the respected paths. Okay, so now I'll just show you like what are the three components that I've created. That is the home.js, the home component, login.js, and the profile.js. So in the home.js I have created links to that route, because using links it becomes very easy to move from one route to another route. So I have created links for the profile and the login page, and if you go back to the login page, you have written input form basically. So if we open the login page, so now I am inside the login page. So you can see we have two fields, username and password, and the login button. So same thing we have done here. So we are taking the username and we are taking the password as well, and then we are creating a button that is basically submit the form. And so that is what we have done. So at this point, if we see, if we enter some username, so password, try to log in, then it is not redirecting us to the profile page automatically. So you have to fix that. So let's see how we can do that. So first of all, so basically React router DOM gives us a new hook called as useNavigate, and using that hook we can basically programmatically navigate from one page to another page. So to use that hook, first of all you have to import that hook. So I have already imported that from the React router DOM package, and now we have to create the navigate function. So you can create the navigate function. So I have created the navigate function, and now what I have to do is that so basically whenever we want to type the username and we want to the user is typing the password, then basically we want to store in some state. So for that we have to create two state for that. So I'll use useState for that, and let me import it first. So I have created two functions, that is the username, set username, password, and set password. And now I want, as the user is typing the username, I want the updated username to be stored in the username value. So for that I'll basically have to create a function here. So I'll write on change. So basically when the user is typing the username and password, we want them stored in the password variable. Okay. So now we have to do is that, like, whenever the user is clicking on the submit button, then we want the form to be submitted, and for that we will be creating a handle submit method. So now here we will be calling the navigate method. So this navigate is used to navigate to a different route. So we want the user to be routed to the profile page. So I will write the /profile route here. Now here, as the second variable, you can pass some data, and then that data will be available to access in the profile page. So I will pass the username and password from here. Okay, so we have created this handle submit method. Now we have to integrate it with the button. So basically whenever the button is clicked, we want that function to be called. So you can use on click and handle submit. Why it is not auto populating? Let me copy paste that. Yeah, so we have attached that event handler function with the button. So now we are done from the login page. Let's move to the profile page. So in this case here we have to first use the useLocation hook, and that will basically consume the data. So you have to import that. I have already imported that. So basically first of all we will extract that state object from that useLocation hook. And now, so you can see in the login page we had in the state variable, in the state object, we had sent username and password. So those two are accessible through the state object. So I will be basically extracting the username and password from the state object. Yeah, so inside that I have extracted the username and password. I will just print it in the screen. So username and the password. Yeah, so we are done from our end. So let's take a look at the code in the example. Yeah, so move to the home page, and now move on to the login page. Type something here, try to log in, and yeah, yes, it is working. So you can see it is showing us username is this and password is this. So basically what it is doing is that whatever data that we entered in the login page, those data are being shown up from the profile page. So basically whatever data we are storing in the entering in the login page, those data is transferred from the login to profile. So yeah, so basically what we did is that, first we configured the route, and if you want to basically transfer data from one route to another route, so you can use these two hooks, like that is the useNavigate hook and useLocation hook. So first of all you have to do is that you have to create a navigate function, and that navigate function will basically navigate you programmatically, and the first parameter of the navigate function is that to which path you want to be redirected, and the second, as the second object, you can, as the second variable, you can pass some object in that you can store that data, and now that data will be accessible in the profile page. So now in the profile page, you can basically use the useLocation hook and you can consume that state object, and from state you can consume whatever, you can basically extract whatever data you had passed. So in this case we had passed the username and password, so that is why we are just extracting them and we are displaying them in the screen. So this is how you can basically share data from one route to another route in React. And now with the with the introduction of the React router DOM version 6, it's becoming very easy with the help of useNavigate hook and the useLocation hook. So yeah, this was about the example of useLocation and useNavigate hook. So that is all for this video. If you have any question, then you can put them in the comment box. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.